20th, 2003, U.S. and coalition forces crossed the borders to start the liberation of those people. We're not finished yet. We will dwell.
Mr. Chairman, as dramatic a moment as these elections were, this is not a time to sit on our hands congratulating ourselves, nor to declare victory and abandon a task that is only half accomplished. Although I find it hard to agree with anyone who would say that the election was just the easy part, it was hardly easy. There is no question that there is still much hard work to be done, principally by the Iraqis themselves, but also by those of us upon whom they still depend for support. The next few months will be particularly challenging. On the military side, the key to victory clearly lies in developing more and increasingly capable Iraqi security forces. That effort has produced important successes so far, and we need to learn the lessons from those successes so that we can build on it and hopefully accelerate it. Mr. Schlicker, I think, will discuss in more detail. At the same time, none of these Iraqi forces are capable of replacing coalition units on a one-for-one basis. In fact, they may never be one-for-one the equivalent of our forces, but in some respects, they will always be superior. What do I mean by that? I mean that they bring to the fight skills that our soldiers will never possess, particularly their understanding of the languages and cultures of Iraq, their ability immediately to recognize just by how someone speaks, whether he's an Iraqi or a foreigner. That's no small talent. The speed with which they grow and with which...
At one time, there was going to be a NATO training battalion and other involvement. What's the current level of NATO involvement in training, and what are the plans for increasing it?
The total mission size is 459 personnel. 30% of that is U.S. Of the other 70%, there are still some 50 that aren't filled, and the initial operating capability is scheduled for February 20th. It's, in my view, a first step, and I encourage all of you to urge more steps. It's the right direction, but it needs to go faster.
There's been sufficient time. Senator Kennedy.
And now we hear the spokesman from the administration talking about the maintenance of American personnel and troops, where we've already lost over the 1,400, are going to be there until some governmental agencies are functioning effectively. Many people don't think governmental agencies are functioning effectively here in this country. Till the Iraqi security forces are up and trained, till the legal judicial system. America, listen to that. How long are we going to be there? That's why we went to Iraq.
Preserving peace on the peninsula and creating conditions under which the